A lot of people know Noah Cyrus as Miley Cyrus's younger sister or from her music, but over the past few years, she's also been very open about something much more personal, her mental health. Noah hasn't been diagnosed with just one single condition. Instead, she's spoken openly about struggling with anxiety, depression, and substance addiction, particularly during her late teens and early 20s. In interviews, Noah has explained that her anxiety and depression became severe while she was growing up in the public eye. Being famous at such a young age, constantly compared to her family, and dealing with intense online scrutiny took a real toll on her mental health. One of the biggest challenges she's discussed is her addiction to Xanax, a prescription anti-anxiety medication. Noah has said she was introduced to it while in a past relationship and that it quickly became something she relied on. At the time, she didn't fully realize how dependent she had become until her life started to spiral. She's described that period as a very dark time, saying she felt disconnected from herself and struggled just to function day to day. In one moment that really scared her, she actually fell asleep during an interview while promoting a project. And that was a wake-up call that something wasn't right. Noah eventually sought professional help in 2020 and entered treatment. Since then, she's been open about how difficult recovery was, especially while still trying to work, tour, and maintain a public image. She said that managing anxiety and depression while performing and traveling made it hard to prioritize proper therapy and rest. What's important to note is that Noah has never claimed a severe psychiatric diagnosis beyond anxiety and depression, and she hasn't labeled herself with anything she hasn't publicly confirmed. Instead, she's emphasized the reality that mental health struggles don't always fit into neat categories, and that addiction often overlaps with untreated anxiety and depression. In more recent interviews, Noah has shared that she's now in a much healthier place. She's talked about feeling stronger, more grounded, and more connected to life than she did before. Making music has become part of her healing process, allowing her to process emotions in a healthier way instead of numbing them. She's also been vocal about encouraging others to seek help when they need it and to talk openly about mental health without shame. Noah has said that recovery didn't happen overnight. It took time, support, and a willingness to step back and focus on herself. So, to answer the question clearly, Noah Cyrus has spoken openly about being diagnosed with anxiety and depression and about struggling with addiction, particularly to Xanax. She has not publicly disclosed any other medical diagnoses beyond that. Today, she continues to focus on her mental health, her music, and building a life that feels stable and meaningful. And her honesty has helped start important conversations about mental health, addiction, and recovery, especially for young people growing up in the spotlight.